be doing a review of my 2020 Segway X160. I'm going to try to keep it short and informative since a lot of people these days have the attention span of a squirrel. So here we go. First of all, that's how you know it's a 2020, is the first 4 digits on the motor. It has a 48 volt battery, a 3000 watt peak motor. I believe it's 2000 watt nominal. I'll let you guys look up all the specs online because those are probably the most accurate anyway.
Also, by the way, I bought this X160 on wellbots.com. I can put a link in the description below. I'm not sponsored by them, but because I shouted them out, they sent me this sweet Segway helmet, which is like a $50 value. It's a little big for me, but thanks for that.
These are just a rebranded sur-ron. I think the sur-ron's called a Light B Sport or like a Light BS, or it's like a kids or a youth version, Light B Youth. These things are pretty sweet. It's basically a mix of dirt bike parts and mountain bike parts. Dirt bike chain and sprockets, dirt bike tires. I mean, they're very similar to what you'd see on like a 125 trail bike or an 85cc bike. It's got the belt drive. Most of these parts you can buy like just separate from Segway or sur-ron. Like these brakes, they're basically just hydraulic mountain bike brakes. Nothing about these bikes really feels cheap. It feels really high quality. I wouldn't quite say it's like the level of a Japanese dirt bike, but it's definitely, the frame, everything's really solid. The suspension, nothing just feels like it's gonna break immediately. I do think you get more bike for, like if you were to go spend $3,000 on a brand new Japanese dirt bike, it's probably gonna last longer. It's probably gonna be more durable, but don't quote me on that. Throttle here, it's very proportional. It's not like Lime scooters or birds. It's not like on off, it's very proportional, and it's kind of like a drive-by-wire. It's not cable, it's all electronic. And you got this different modes. You got sport mode, which will go about 31 miles an hour. If you have a full battery, it will go 36 in economy mode. And I've done a test on both of these ranges, and I can put that, just look that up on my channel. And you got your horn, which is extremely loud. It comes with an extra key, and I really recommend putting one of these keychains on because it's really easy to lose. So you flick it on, there's your battery gauge, and you can press this to check it when it's off. It's hard to see, but here's your speedometer. It shows your max speed. It's got a tripometer and an odometer. I put 163 miles on it. I also forgot to mention it's got a USB port for charging your phone, so that's pretty sweet. And it's got the app, which I can show some screenshots of, and you can adjust the throttle sensitivity, you can check the range, and you can track your mileage and all kinds of stuff. And you have to watch a video to unlock the full power, by the way. On this bike, you don't need to cut any wires like you used to. When I first got it, the suspension was nice and stiff, but it broke in and then it got pretty soft. I weigh 170, which is almost the max weight for this bike. But you can crank up the compression with this blue clicker here, and I think that red one's the rebound. And you can adjust the sag with this collar, and you can adjust the rebound with this clicker here. And these forks are nice and stiff. I saw another guy on YouTube, he put the big sur-ron and the Segway X160 forks, I forgot what they're called, but they're the ones that go all the way up here, and he put them on and they were so soft, like they were just bouncy like a mountain bike, but these are nice and stiff like a dirt bike. And he ended up liking these KKE factory forks better, which I like. I like it stiff because I jump it a lot. And so here's probably the most important part of the video is, I'm sure you're wondering, is this bike right for me? Well, my story is I wanted a pit bike, but the annoying thing is you can't really ride them down the sidewalks without getting in trouble. I can't ride them at the local trails. The mountain bike trails. I can't like take it through the neighborhood without annoying somebody. And I really thought electric would be a good cure, but I also kind of wanted an e-bicycle. So my price range was about $3,000. That's what it's gonna cost for a pit bike, about, maybe more or less, depends where you live. I was gonna build an e-bicycle, which I'll show you here. I was gonna put a Bafang mid-drive kit on this and put it right in there, but problem is I was gonna have to change that sprocket, and the chain alignment was gonna be a problem, and it was gonna take a ton of work. And after I got all the parts added up, it was gonna be at least $1,500. And the power wouldn't even compare to the Sur-ron or Segway. So basically, if you are looking for a straight up dirt bike, weekend warrior pit bike, this is not for you. It does not have thrilling horsepower. But if you are looking for a sweet electric bicycle or mountain bike, if your trails allow it, because the sad thing is, the rule is you gotta have pedals for a lot of places, and that's so stupid, because like once you put pedals on, it's kind of more legal. It's a little overpowered, but this thing is not like dirt bike power. It's more powerful than an e-bicycle, but not quite a dirt bike. The power of this is somewhere between a 50cc 4-stroke and a 70cc 4-stroke dirt bike. This thing is way faster than, say, like a Lime scooter or an electric bicycle. And that's what's sweet, is in eco mode, I've been able to get 25 miles out of this thing, and that's no pedaling, whereas a lot of e-bicycles require assist to make them even move a little bit. The conclusion is, if you're looking for an electric bicycle or a pit bike and you want something all put into one vehicle, this is your bike. It's perfect. You can rip around your neighborhood, you can rip around your city on the sidewalk, which you can probably get in trouble for, but just be cautious. And some mountain bike trails you can take it down, and you may be able to take it to like a BMX track or a skate park that is closed or something, that you won't like damage it. This is a momentum bike. You can't be rolling up to a jump really short and just pin it like a dirt bike and just bark it. It's more like I said, it's more like a very, very powerful electric mountain bike. Which is funny, because online a lot of people just hate on the X160, because there are possibly better deals on the 260 or the big sur-ron, the sur-ron X. But what's funny is when I first took this thing out in public, I got more attention than an exotic car like a Ferrari or Lamborghini. Like, every single person is just staring and asking a million questions. It's crazy. They love it. So my final thing is the comparison to the 260 and the sur-ron X. At the time I bought this, I could get it for $3,000, free shipping, and 7 days shipped to my house. The problem is the sur-ron X used to be $3,600 on Luna-Cycle. There was a waiting list, and you couldn't get it till probably mid or end summer. They recently raised the price to it. Now it's like $4,100 or so, and you got to pay tax or shipping. I can't remember, but like the total price is $4,500, $4,700, which it is the better deal, because you're probably going to get, you know, the upgraded suspension. You're going to get the better battery with more range, more power, all that stuff. But you got to be willing to pay almost $5,000, which if I'm paying that, I just want a real dirt bike, to be honest. Also, another plus is the other bikes come with a headlight or taillight. This just has a reflector. I personally did not want the headlight or taillight because I think it draws more attention. I'm not really riding at night, and it drains the battery even more. So the X160 is this battery on wellbots. Currently is only like $650 free shipping, and I think the controller is cheaper than the X controller, and the parts are all just a little bit cheaper. I mean, If you want to upgrade this battery to the 60 volt or a 72 volt, you're going to be spinning like, if you include the speed controller and all that, you're going to be spending like well over $2,000. So what I would say is, if your budget's like $3 grand, go for it. If you're willing to spend the extra money, I would go for the big one personally. Also, by the way, if you weigh more than 170 pounds, I would probably buy the big one, because that's really pushing it on this bike. I'm going to show a couple riding clips, couple wheelies and jumps, so you guys can check out the power. If you really want to check out what this bike can do, just check out my channel. There's other videos. I'll put a link in the description for other videos. So yeah, check it out.